When the convection currents from the core are diverging, what happens is it pushes those lithospheric plates apart and we get a divergent boundary. If that occurs between two pieces of oceanic crust at an oceanic divergent boundary, what it does, we have this heat rising. It actually melts the rock. When the rock is underground, it's called magma. When it rises to the surface, that's lava. So it rises and hardens and actually pushes these plates apart. That's why we call it a divergent boundary. So what that does, it actually makes that ocean basin bigger. That's currently happening in between North America and Africa. We have the Mid-Atlantic Ridge. And you can see it's this mountain range that runs right down the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. What's happening, that is an area where seafloor spreading is occurring and those convection currents are pushing those two plates apart. So Atlantic Ocean's actually getting wider. This one's called the Mid-Atlantic Ridge. So we get that mountain range right along either side where that magma pushes up the crust. This whole process is called seafloor spreading. And you're going to get volcanic activity, and when you have volcanic activity, that can also lead to earthquakes. Another type of divergent boundary is in the middle of continental crust. And when this happens, same thing, you've got those convection currents that are coming up, pushing the crust apart. The rock that forms here is less dense than the continental crust that was here previously. So basically what we're doing is creating a new section of oceanic crust. So we're forming a new ocean basin. One of the areas this is happening is the East African Rift Valley, which is where the Red Sea is. You can see that running right here between Egypt and Saudi Arabia. This is a new ocean basin that's being created, and it's diverging. So what's going to happen, just like the Atlantic Ocean formed between these continents, we're going to form a new ocean right here. So this started off as one continent, and then the divergence caused it to break apart. So what that would look like over time, because this is less dense, it sinks below the continental crust, it would fill in with water. So this is called a rift valley, basically because your continent is rifting apart, and it creates a new ocean basin, and you're mainly going to have earthquakes. You may have some volcanic activity. All right, so those are divergent boundaries where the plates are moving apart.